Okay, Edie, what will you be making for us tonight?
Today we're making a chicken with mushrooms and cream sauce, a nice light salad with homemade vinaigrette, and asparagus with lemon butter sauce. And you know it's going to be good because I got the hat on. We're going to make the salad first. So you're going to need lettuce and a red pepper. So first you're going to take your lettuce and you're just going to kind of rip the head off and get this part. It's good, but these things are really bitter, the middle of the lettuce, so you want to make sure you don't get that much in there. We're going to get the lettuce washed, so we're going to put it in here and we're going to take it over to the sink to get it washed. We're going to wash it off over here, and then our red pepper that we're adding for a little bit of flavor and a really nice color in there. So we're cutting this and we're going to take out the middle. And so you just take out the middle and then we're going to cut it in half. We're going to cut it into thin little slices that are going to look really pretty on the plate, and it's gonna really complement the salads. As you see, we have 6 plates because I'm preparing a meal for my whole family. I have 3 sisters and my mom and my dad, so there's 6 of us, and it's really fun to have big family dinners like that. Once we have all of our peppers on there, we're gonna get started on this vinaigrette. We're gonna do a cup of olive oil, a third of a cup red wine vinegar, and a splash of lemon juice. You always want to do 3 times the oil more than the vinegar in a nice vinaigrette. I'm going to close up the mason jar and shake it up so that all of it can really mix together. So we close the mason jar, and you want to make sure it's completely closed, and then you shake it up, and then you have your vinaigrette, and you can wait for that. And you are ready to pour that over the salad. Salad done, and so now we're going to make the lemon butter sauce for the asparagus so that it's ready when the asparagus and chicken are hot so that we can eat dinner while it's hot. So the first thing we want to do is we take 1/4 cup of lemon juice and we're going to put that on the stove. So we have that 1/4 cup of lemon juice. You're going to put it in a pot, and then you're going to turn the stove on to high, and we're just going to let this reduce to about 1 tablespoon before we beat in the butter.
Okay, how's that going? Is it reduced?
It's not reduced quite yet, but it's reducing, so we'll get it.
All right. What are you putting in it?
When it's reduced enough, we're going to put some butter in it. So the butter's in the fridge, so we'll go and get that. And we've cut it up into little pieces. And this is 1 cup of butter. So you need 1 cup of butter for this so that it's really creamy. So I think it's reduced enough. So we're going to take it off the heat and add in 1 of our pieces of butter, and we're just going to whisk that into our lemon juice.
Edie, you have a friend.
Our dogs like to wait right by the counter for me to drop something. So we're whisking in that butter and we're just kind of letting it melt in there. All right, so the butter is done melting, so we have our lemon butter sauce right here ready and the asparagus is ready. So we're gonna move on to our chicken, which is already trimmed, but if it's not for you, you gotta trim the edges off. So we're going to come over here and we need 5 tablespoons of butter. So we're just going to cut that real quick from our 1/2 cup of butter. So we have our 5 tablespoons of butter, and we are going to melt that in our pan. And then we are going to saute the mushrooms and green onions, but we're not going to brown them because they're going to go in our casserole dish with our chicken and go in the oven.
Where are you going?
So we're going to turn on our stove.
Does that one scare you a little bit?
Yeah, that one scares me because it flames up really badly. So we're going to melt in our butter on the pan, and I think the quickest way to do that is kind of just to like spread it around and just kind of mess with it for a little while. So our butter is melted, so we're going to add in our green onions, and we're going to add in our mushrooms so that we can get those sauteed. Our mushrooms are already sliced up. So we're just going to saute these. And then afterwards, we're going to coat the chicken in this mixture. And then we're going to put the chicken in our casserole dish, and we're going to pour this on top of it. And that's going to bake at 400 degrees for about 6 minutes.
Good.
So now they're good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn off this heat, and we're going to take our chicken with a fork and just kind of put that in here to coat that in our mixture. And then we're going to take it and we're going to flip it over to coat that on the other side, and then we're going to take it and put it into our casserole dish. One more time, we're going to put it in the mixture, coat it, flip it over, coat it again, and then put it into our casserole dish. And then we're going to take our mixture, but first I'm gonna wash my hands because we're dealing with raw chicken. And I would rather not get salmonella. So we're going to wash our hands super quickly, and then we're going to go back and pour this mixture over our chicken in our casserole dish. So we're just going to pour this over. And then we're going to put it in the oven that's set for 400 degrees, and we're going to cook it for about 6 minutes. All right, so we're going to cook the asparagus now. So we have the asparagus, and you're just gonna wanna chop off the ends. It's already washed. Cutting about an inch off of the end, or just most of the white part at the end. And we're almost done with that. After we do that, we're going to put it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to saute these. All right, so we're going to put our olive oil in our pan. So we need a tablespoon. So we are going to get our tablespoon out, and mine's in the shape of a heart. And we're gonna do 1 tablespoon. So we're just gonna put that in our pan. And you're just gonna spread it around. And then we're going to heat up our pan, and we're going to put in our asparagus to cook them. And halfway through cooking them, we're gonna add in our garlic, and the garlic's minced, and we're just going to add that in so that we can add some more flavor to our asparagus. All right, so we're gonna add in our garlic now, but before we do that, we're gonna add in a little salt to help flavor it. So we're gonna add in our salt and a little bit of pepper. And then we're going to add in our garlic. This is minced garlic, so we're just gonna add that in. And we don't put it in at the beginning of the cooking time because garlic is really easy to burn, and it burns really easily, so we're going to put it in now with only a couple minutes left for the cooking time.
It says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. All right, so we're gonna do that. Don't touch that, it's hot.
And then we're gonna put the mushrooms into the pan with 2/3 of a cup of chicken broth to make our cream sauce.
Can you get that?
I don't want to do no tongs.
All right, now you can make your cream sauce. I'm gonna put the chicken back in the oven to finish cooking.
So now we're going to put the chicken broth in there, and we're going to turn on our heat onto medium high, and we're going to cook that. So we're going to cook that and let it reduce. Alright, we were supposed to let it get syrupy. I think it's pretty syrupy. So we're going to add in our 1 cup of whipping cream, and we're going to let that thicken in the sauce. So we're adding in our 1 cup, it's going really slow, our 1 cup of whipping cream into our sauce, and we're just gonna let that thicken up with the mushrooms and the juices in there. Alright, so we're finishing up and we're gonna start plating. So we're going to grab the chicken out of the oven, and we're gonna cut the chicken breasts in half since they're a little bigger. And we're reheating the asparagus,
Watch that.
the butter lemon sauce, and our cream sauce for the chicken. And the cream sauce is thickening up, so we're going to wash that off since I dropped it. Alright, we're gonna get ready to plate it. So we've got the chicken out of the oven, and it finally cooked. So we cut it in half because they're a little bigger. We reheated the asparagus and the lemon butter sauce, and we just finished cooking up the mushroom cream sauce for the chicken. So we're going...
You go ahead and do that.
We're going to put 1/2 of the chickens on each plate. Move that and put on this cream mushroom sauce. So we're just gonna put that over the chicken. So we're done putting the sauce on.
All right.
So we're going to get the asparagus, and we're just gonna put the asparagus on the side, just like that. And then we're going to put our lemon butter sauce on top of the
You need a spoon.
asparagus. So we're gonna get a spoon to do that. We got a spoon, and we're just going to spoon that over the top of the asparagus. And we are all done.
All right.
And it
Looks good.
It looks delicious.
You know what you forgot?
What did I forget?
You need to put the vinaigrette
Oh yeah.
on the salad.
So we're gonna shake up the vinaigrette one more time, and then we're gonna open it up and pour it on the salads.
Okay, do that carefully.
So we're pouring the vinaigrette on the salad, and